Hello everyone and welcome back to the Seven Smushed Eggy channel. My phone is currently in half and I'm trying to find a good place to sit. I have to fix this. Oh my god, and there's cat fur everywhere. Holy shit. Anyways, pardon my outfit today. I'm seeing the Michael Jackson movie later, so I've tried to dress up in like his bad era adjacent. So the jacket is way too big on me. It's really heavy. It's really clunky. Michael was iconic for being able to wear shit like this on a nearly daily basis. Not really me. Not really something that I'm good at. Dude, it's like lagging. I've been super into Cookie Clicker lately. My friend Shio talked about it once, and now I have almost 100 hours. I'm trying to get all the achievements, and yes, I downloaded an auto clicker mod. As you can see, it has helped me a lot. Definitely recommend it if you're going to be a cookie clicker connoisseur such as myself. I'm going to go to a different room. It's not working out here. I'm really not sure what to do about the lag, so if I'm kind of like in slow motion and with a delay, it's just my crusty phone, I guess. It's a new phone, but you know, they don't really make technology the way that they used to, so whoopsie daisy. We're just gonna have to do it like this. So, today I'm just going to talk about a lot of the new updates that a lot of my favorite bands have been making. So, Evanescence has released a new single, and the new album Sanctuary will be coming out in June 8th, I believe. I could be wrong. I know it's early June. I'll double check on that in a second. So that is super exciting. I'm actually seeing Evanescence in July, so hopefully they'll be playing the new set list. So I'm just going to share my initial thoughts on the advertising, the single Who Will You Follow, and my expectations for the new album. And I'll also go over the new Seether record. I think that came out in 2024. I don't think I actually ever talked about it yet. And then the new Sleeping with Sirens stuff as well. So lots of exciting things are happening. But anyway, so let's start with Evanescence, you know, my favorite band in the whole wide world. I'm personally very, very excited for the new stuff. It's been a really, really long time coming. And you know, I think everyone that follows me knows that The Bitter Truth is my least favorite era. And I was kind of getting worried. It's not a bad era by any means, but it's definitely their weakest material, just mixing wise, vocal wise, and lyrically. So I'm really glad that that isn't the norm. I'm gonna give some background on like the hype that's been going around. So, you know, Evanescence has been spoiling us in the last year with Afterlife, and she even collabed with a bunch of people, which she doesn't normally do very often. So getting End of You with Poppy and Spirit Box was legendary. That song with Halsey as well, The Hand That Feeds, and Fight Like a Girl. Like, we were just getting banger after banger after banger. And all of the songs except for Afterlife are just side projects. Like, the album's gonna have complete new material, and that is Suburb. Or Suburb Bros? Superb. So, yeah, so Who Will You Follow came out, and actually, like, let me go back, it's coming out June 5th, so it's actually coming out sooner than I initially said, so that's even better. So I listened to the new song, Who Will You Follow, and I'm very, very happy about it because it's very reminiscent of older Evanescence while still maintaining a modern edge to it. And she really, I don't know if she listened to feedback, but it sounds like she did, because the mixing is a lot better than anything on The Bitter Truth. Her vocals are very clear, and it's very Fallen adjacent, even a little bit of Open Doors kind of mixed in there as well. So I'm very much looking forward to the rest of the songs. And I'm a really big fan of Afterlife too. Like I've been listening to that song on repeat since it's come out. Um, bro, my cats are going to the bathroom. One sec. Y'all don't need to hear that. So now let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the album cover. It sparked controversy for being kind of ugly and terrible. And honestly, when I first saw it, I thought it was AI generated. I hope to God it isn't. I don't think it is because Amy's pretty anti-AI. Like even like she got interviewed for like what the meaning of the newest song is, and it's about like how the world is surrounded by lies with AI and everything. So I don't think it's AI. The album cover honestly is a step up to me in comparison to the Bitter Truth, because I think that one is the worst. And honestly, F3 wasn't very amazing either. It was very plain. So I kind of like it. I think it definitely could be better. I think the fan-made edits that I've seen of it look a lot better. But it honestly doesn't bother me as much as other people. I'm really just here to listen to the music. She's not really known to be good at like designing covers, except for like the Open Door and Fallen. Those two album covers are iconic and they cannot be beat. Speaking of the Open Door, I'm a little bit worried that there's not going to be like a 20th anniversary celebration like there was for Fallen, because that's my favorite album. So I'm going to be kind of bummed because that came out in 2006 and they might be too busy with this new album to really promote it as much. But we'll see what happens. That album didn't come out till later on in the year, so keeping my fingers crossed. I just know it's not going to be as big of a money maker as Fallen was, for obvious reasons. And speaking of Fallen, like this album is very inspired by they're like almost original roots. The photo shoots that they've been doing look identical to Fallen. I heard some rumors that Forever Without You, one of the songs on the new album, is going to be about Ben Moody. So we'll see. And I mean, a lot of crusty people from her past, like John LeCompte, forgive me if I'm saying his name wrong, has been bad-mouthing Amy in recent interviews. Like, bro, you haven't been in the band in 20 years. Like, let's get over it. And Ben Moody even said something again. I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm just not a huge fan of Ben Moody because of everything that happened, but we'll see. Maybe he is a better person. I don't know. So there's a lot. Like every time Amy releases something, the haters and the people from her past tend to have a big mouth about that. So kind of feel bad for her. But yeah, super exciting stuff. Who Will You Follow and all the new songs that she's released in the past year or two are solid S's. I think Who Will You Follow, maybe it's recency bias, but that one's my favorite at the moment. And then Afterlife. I think Fight Like a Girl is probably my least favorite, just because I'm not a fan of the rapping part that much. I don't think it really like fits, but it's not bad. Like, it's still a banger. I actually hear that on the radio all the time, and that makes me so happy. And End of You is a banger. If I had a dream request for Amy Lee to do a duet with someone, though, it would be with Lacey from Flyleaf. I don't think they're ever gonna collab, but it's a dream, okay? Okay, in the future, when this phone eventually dies and no longer serves... Damn! If you can see lipstick in my teeth, my bad. But remind me to get a fold instead of a flip, because the flip is diabolical to record anything on. It like is fighting for its life. I took my jacket off because it's really hot. So now I kind of just look like a lesbian. No, my Michael Jackson! Dude, I really cared about the detail. I did the like white tape thing that he did. I'm probably gonna take it off though because it's so annoying to have on my fingers. But okay, so now let's move on to Sleeping with Sirens. So their album is actually coming out in June as well, June 12th, I believe. So I'm gonna be spoiled this entire summer. Evanescence and Sleeping with Sirens. banger after banger. The two singles that they released, an ending within itself, or an ending in itself, and fuck, I forgot what the second one is. It came out like literally yesterday. It was like something like Always Forever or something. It was, you know, they're a little bit corny as they always are. Super exciting stuff. It sounds like it's gonna be really, really good. They too are kind of returning to their roots. Even the way like he's screaming in the songs really remind me of the first album and the second one. So I'm very excited. It seems like metalcore and my teenage bands are making a comeback. An ending in itself especially is such a good song. It's catchy, it's very Sonic the Hedgehog adjacent. So I'm having a very positive first impression of these songs. And Kellen looks great. He just turned 40 yesterday, and Unk still got it, okay? Like, he's doing a great job. I'm really happy for him and how far he's come. And I will be keeping my ears peeled for that. And then lastly, the Seether record. I might as well just talk about it because they released like some extra tracks the other day. I do love this album. It's probably the one I've been listening to the most just because it came out the most recently. Very consistent stuff. I actually vaguely do remember talking about it. But anyways, I do have to say though, the bonus tracks are probably the most disappointing bonus tracks that Seether has ever produced. Proud Daddy especially. I just don't like the instrumentals. They feel very unfinished, and like it feels like they're using like BandLab free drums and stuff, and that's like really weird. It doesn't really sound great. It sounds very unfinished, and it's a little bit cringy, which I think is supposed to be the point, but it's just very like I'm taking a little bit of damage when I listen to it. And then the other song, I can't remember what it was called. I like that one more. It's definitely a lot better. But it also has this weird, like, unfinished, like, free instrumental pack vibe. So that's kind of disappointing. My verdict on that is that I think Sean needs to take a little bit of a break because he's just always making music, like, bang, 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 which is great. He's very consistent. He has a lot of ideas. But I think he needs some time to like perfect things because he may be starting to burn out. But Beneath the Surface as a whole is a banger. That's a really good album. If I had to rank the side tracks though, honestly, like a low C, maybe even a D+. And I've never said that about Seether before, so I'm a little bit worried. But yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry about my allergies. Thank you, Freya. I got a new tattoo. Flyleaf. Flyleaf gang represents. I've been super into Flyleaf recently. If you've been watching the covers, I've been doing a lot of Flyleaf. But yeah, till next time. Bye.